I'm GUYINAHATGAMES.
And I'm ZakashiGaming.
And we are the Silver Foxes. Now, Zakashi, my good sir.
Yes.
Have you ever pondered the life's question of what would 90s UK garage crossed with cyborgs and crossed with bumblebees would sound like?
Do you know what? I've spent many times, I've been sat on the toilet, but that's never come into my brain.
Never? Well, you're about to find out.
What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity buck Bumble. What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity buck Bumble. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumble. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumble. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumble. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumble. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot boot. Bump to the bass to the bass bass. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot. Bump to the bass. To the bass, bass. Phenomenon, 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 phenomenon. Ishe, phenomenon, phenomenon. Ishe, mati ula dem. Phenomenon, 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 phenomenon. Ishe, phenomenon, phenomenon. Ishe, mati ula dem. Bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot boot. Bump to the bass to the bass bass. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot. Bump to the bass to the bass bass. Phenomenon, 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 phenomenon. Ishe, phenomenon, phenomenon. Ishe, mati ula dem. Phenomenon, phenomenon. Phenomenon, phenomenon. Ishe, phenomenon, phenomenon. Ishe, mati ula dem. Bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot boot. Bump to the bass to the bass bass. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot. Bump to the bass to the bass bass. Phenomenon, 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 phenomenon. Ishe, phenomenon, phenomenon. Ishe, mati ula dem. Phenomenon, 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 phenomenon. Ishe, phenomenon, phenomenon. Ishe, mati ula dem. Bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the boot to the bump to the bass. Bump to the boot to the.
I don't think I need to say anything. I think the track just speaks for itself.
The 90s called, they want their chav back.
That is proper, like, it's like somebody was trying to parry UK like 90s garage vibes. I still have not played the game. Apparently it's a game called Bumble, as the track says, and it's like a 3D action platformer for the N64. I have seen a few quick pictures of it, and it looks very, what would you call it? It looks like an N64 game. I've nothing to say on it, actually. It's just,
I've played a lot of 64 games, but this was definitely not one of them. I never ever played this.
No, I don't even know how I came across the track. I just heard the track one day. I just looking on YouTube, as I normally do. I heard it. It's just been one of those earworms stuck on my head ever since. And every now and then I catch myself just going, biggity bumble. It's just a fun word to say.
Literally, ever since you played it for the first time, at least the first time I ever heard it, when we were playing Hero Quest on the last Monday, it's been stuck in my damn head ever since. Oh, it can't leave. I just can't. Every time, just now and again, it'll come into my head and it'll just bubbly bumble.
Like, Bumble.
No, stop! Oh, it's a nightmare.
It is just one of those songs that it's like you hate to have it stuck in your head, but you just got to let it run its course. You just need to just keep playing it until it's gone, and eventually it'll go away.
I don't think it will. I think that's here to stay.
But maybe that's a testament to the track itself, that it's just that it gets stuck in your head. And I don't think it's a bad track at all. I think it probably works very well in context. It's very 90s, and the game looks very 90s.
I think it's worse that because we come from the 90s, we know exactly how this genre fits. Because we've lived it, we've breathed it, we've
vibe.
listened to it, and because it affects us in that way. Like if you play this to one of the new generation, they'd just be like, "Oh, what is that?" And they wouldn't care about it. But to us, this is it. This is what it's about.
Garage, like for me personally, it's kind of like new metal. Hear me out. In that new metal and garage is very specific genre to a very specific time in life. You think new metal and it's a very specific time. Like same with UK garage, and it's a genre it's one of the few genres I feel that's quite stuck in its time. You don't hear
I think you can improve it really.
New metal and garage in modern day, and if it is, it's very reminiscent of the 90s. Get bands like Linkin Park, eventually they had to change their sound to fit into a modern definition of what rock is. They didn't continue to make new metal. Same with Papa Roach, and I think UK garage is very much in that ballpark. They have to evolve and leave that behind, or evolve from it, because it's so specific to a time and a culture as well. But yeah, that was Book Bumble main theme by Justin Scharvona. Apologies for pronunciations, I'll get that wrong.
Scharvona.
That might sound right. Again, drop in the comments about how wrong we are.
completely wrong.
But yeah, it's just a fun track. It's been just a bit of an earworm I've had in my head all week. Same for Zakashi, and I just wanted to introduce the show with it. Today's show.
Thanks to you, not me. I didn't bloody bring this. You're the one who brought this.
It was me. I brought this one.
It's bloody you.
No shame. I brought this track. I wanted something fun to begin the show with. And today's show, it's a bit of an odd mix collection.
It's
no title. It's just mix. I just call it the mixtape. It's a mixtape type of show. We just bring whatever we want, whatever we feel like, whatever we've been listening to, or tracks that we wanted to include in last shows, but we couldn't quite fit it in any way. This is our time to just bring in whatever we want and talk about whatever we want. And that was main theme Book Bumble. I do want to play the game though. It's got me curious to play the game. Possibly.
Should be a good stream game.
One day, maybe we could do that on just like an off day, randomly, no announcement. Just, hey, I'm streaming Book Bumble. Maybe I'll do that on a Silver Foxes show. Maybe that's what the Silver Foxes Twitch channel, because it's kind of just dormant at the moment until we decide what to do with it. Maybe that could be a channel we can just stream random games that fit outside of our own niche that we carved on our own individual channels. Speaking of our own individual channels, we have a Discord. Link at the bottom. You'll find links to both ZakashiGaming's Twitch channel. He's basically just finished Metal Gear Solid, and we're looking forward to deciding what he plays next. And you'll also find links to my channel, GUYINAHATGAMES, where I'm currently going through Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster, the trophy run. We're going to get 100% on that game. Enjoying that very much so. You'll also find links to the Silver Foxes YouTube channel, where you'll find the playlist of all our previous podcasts, especially the music ones. Not long did a Halloween one at Halloween. You'll also be up to date of when we go announcements with various live projects or any projects that we decide to do. Also, we have a music channel, so if you want to request a song for our future show, drop it in there and it might get included, and we'll credit to you, of course, just like a certain song today that you may hear later on by one of our community members. I think that's all we've done for the housework. Okay, shall we go straight to the next track?
Oh my god, track 2.
Track 2. No messing, we're going straight in today. Just in theming with this game, we are listening to track 2 and then track 3. We're going to be listening to Mountain Madness from Turrican by Chris Hurlsbeck, brought by our own Zakashi, and straight away brought again by Zakashi again, Guardians Crusade Battle. Enjoy. really enjoyed that first track, Turrican. There was a Turrican track I used to listen to loads of times, and whilst that song was playing, I was really trying to remember which one it was, and sadly, I just can't recall. If I ever find it again, I'll post it in the Discord music channel, because there was a Turrican song I used to play quite a lot. And yeah, I still never played Turrican. Just one of those ones I've never got around to. I'm aware of it, but yeah, never got around to. Yeah, I know that you're quite a big fan of Turrican.
I am. It's one of my earliest memories of gaming. I remember playing it on the Amiga back in the day.
It was an Amiga game originally, yeah, for sure.
I wasn't going to say anything, but you did. You played the remastered version.
Oh, did I? No.
Yeah, I was like, when it first came in, I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. I was like, oh no. Well, I was like, I should have specified. I should have said the Amiga version, because that's the one I remember.
Sometimes that happens. It's
it's like he did make that song, by the way. That is Chris.
Yeah,
that was Chris Hurlsbeck, and he basically remastered all of the old songs again for the Switch port, or the Turrican ports that came out not long ago.
Yep.
So he put a whole new soundtrack to go alongside the old one, so you could switch between them both, which was really good. I just love Turrican so much. It's one of those games that, for me, I think it was it took a lot of I can't think of the word. It's gone. But anyway, it's that word that I can't think of. But it's one of those games where you don't realize how good the game was until later, because you look at like all how the map was, and how you had to use the guns to find different parts of the level. You had like a beam, and then you had to like fire this beam to find like little secret things. And also it had a I almost kind of want to say it was I remember in the first level, like a day and night cycle, where you would go. It wasn't like a proper day and night cycle. It was just the further you went in, like the darker it got. Yeah. And then it was just like goes from light and then to dark, and then the thunder and stuff. And it's just some of those moments you think, it's just, that stuck with me. And especially the first level, just, it kind of gives you everything what Turrican is in that first level.
Yeah. It's very bombastic, the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very explosive, almost Contra-esque, but not Contra, of course. Right? They're different games. They're both running guns. Yeah, they both do it in different ways. And I am aware of Turrican. It's not one I've played any version. So I might get around to trying it one day, because I know there's a Super Nintendo version as well.
Yeah, the Mega Turrican.
Not sure if there's a Mega Drive version, possibly, maybe. Although if it comes around to it, I may just end up playing the remastered version on Steam. I think it's on Steam. Let me have a look.
Yeah, just get the Turrican Anthology. The Turrican Anthology 1 and 2. That's all you need to get, because it's got every Turrican game that you ever need to play.
In fact, looking on Steam, I could be incorrect, but it doesn't look like it's on Steam. How odd.
It's on. I know. I got it on Switch.
No,
did it not get a Steam release?
No, it doesn't appear so. It appears to be from my limited research, a Switch exclusive. Oh, how interesting. Oh, I might have to see if I can find a physical copy, because I'm interested in collecting Switch exclusives rather than multi-platforms. Just on my list of things. But I do want to play it. It's what a shame it's not on Steam, though. You think it'd be perfect for Steam. It's that type of game.
Oh yeah. I wonder what happened. I don't know.
It's on PSN. It is on PSN as well. So if you're any PlayStation fans out there, there you go. It's on the Switch and PlayStation. Sadly, not on Steam. I wonder why. Oh well. But yeah, it's on my to-play list one day. For the moment, I got plenty of other games to be getting along with. It's very 80s. It's that synth. It's that synth superhero style of music. With the quite bombastic, quite fast, uplifting, ready to go on a hero's adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy it, and thank you for bringing it along today. But because the Amiga, for any international viewers out there, like the Amiga was massive in the UK when that was about.
It was huge.
The UK was very much a PC powerhouse. We back then we loved our computers, the Commodores, the Amigas, the Spectrum, especially the Spectrum. People loved that thing. I used to watch a lot of videos about the Spectrum. But it's before my time, sadly. I completely missed the PC race back then. It's very much like garage games in that they were like the first ones usually made in someone's back garden, another bedroom, in the garage or in a spare office somewhere, especially like ZX Spectrum days and some of the Amiga games, and that's where like the British culture really thrived on those machines until like the Mega Drive came in and just swept the market in the UK.
Yeah.
We were very much a Mega Drive country. And I'm glad you brought this along. It's very much a celebration of the Amiga. Like 80s superhero vibes with that track. I really enjoyed that one. Thank you. That's by Chris Hurlsbeck. I don't know if he's done any recent works. He is a legend. You
legend,
and I know
that is
the
Chris
composer. And then the next track you brought along was from Guardians Crusade, also known in Japan as Night and Baby.
Oh, what a game!
That was the main battle theme. Multiple composers worked on the soundtrack. The composer who worked specifically on this track is Akihi Motoyama. Apologies if I pronounced that incorrectly. I really enjoyed that track. It's quite jazzy, especially when like, the organ comes in. If you got
it didn't need to slap so hard.
It did slap very hard, and it was fantastic. And the bass as well.
It did actually. No, the game was so good.
Through the entire track is excellent. I love that bass. It's like the coming home of the entire track. It's always there, just in the background, but very much one part of the main instrument. And then when that organ comes in, just to add color, it's beautiful. I love that track. Great track. I've sadly, again, it's one of those games that I've completely missed growing up. It was not advertised anywhere at all, if ever. I don't recall it. It's not one that I seen in shops or available for rent when I was a kid. It's just one of those ones that completely missed me. It was one that I learned when I was a bit older, when I was on the hunt for collecting PlayStation 1 retro games, and for whatever reason that was still, even then, was one that I missed. I just didn't grab it at the time, and now it's quite a pricey one, I believe. I wonder how much it's worth, out of curiosity. Yeah, you've got loads of, like, you've mentioned this game multiples of times, so please share your memories with it.
I'd die for that little pink guy. I would die for him. Literally, I probably did figure shit even the game as well, but oh my god, this game, like, right, my memories of this game was that the game, I didn't own this game. My sister did. My mum got it, my sister, either for a birthday or Christmas one year, and because mum saw this little pink creature on, she thought my sister would love the game. Yeah, that was it. And I remember my sister trying to play it, and she just didn't get into it. Because we both had separate PS1s, so that we didn't have to fight over it all the time. I just went down once, and I was like, "Oh, I'll have a look through what she's got in her collection," and I just saw this game called Guardians Crusade, and I was just like, "What is this?" And I just picked it up, and I read the back, and I was just like, "It's an RPG." And I was like, okay. And I was just like, right, I'm taking this. So I took it, and then instantly I was just like, this is my game. Why didn't I get this? You wasted your money buying it for my sister. You're gonna give it me, and I'd have loved the hell out of this game, and I bloody did. It was difficult. Jesus, it was so hard. The whole soundtrack I loved. I remember just remembering it. It was just it's such a vibe. Like, a lot of the tracks are quite bubbly. They're not too dark.
Looking at the cover, it looks quite like if an RPG was like a positive vibe. It looks it.
Yeah, it's got some bits, but it's not crazy. I think I tell you what, the scary bits of the game are those damn bloody ghost things that you find, like the how you go into random battles, or not like random battles, but basically when you're running on the screen and you see these ghosts, some of the pink, like if you see a pink one, they'll run away from you because you're higher level.
Yeah,
but then you've got like the white ones, and they'll gun for you. And you're like, oh, and they'll just shoot at you across the screen, and you won't even see them bloody coming. It's almost like, you know, a jump scare in itself. Especially if you're just walking around a corner, and then all of a sudden you see these white ghosts, and they see you. That's it, you're done. They'll gun you down, and then you go into a battle. I just love this game. It's such a gem and unappreciated game at the time, and I think a lot more people came out. And obviously gave the love to this game, but I still think it's very unappreciated.
I was just about to agree with you there. It's still not massively talked about. I watch a lot of video games is my life. I love video games and the video game music. I consume a lot of video game content across various platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Spotify. You know, it's the thing I enjoy the most. I love few things. Yeah, I love them intently. Is how I usually like to frame it. Sometimes I watch a lot of quote unquote hidden gems. I'm not too much of the fan of the term anymore, just because with the internet, there's very little hidden gems out there anymore because everybody knows about them. This one, I still feel like it's a hidden gem because I just don't hear people talking about it. It's still really unknown. It's not one popularly talked about, and I wonder if it's a reflection of the game itself, or if it's just people are still missing it. You know, are people still missing Guardians Crusade? It's certainly one that I'd love to play. I was having a look on eBay just then. Not expensive at all. It hovers around the £20 to £30 mark, or if you really want to minty fresh, it can go for 40. Yeah, you can regularly pick it up, and there's plenty on eBay. They're all on there, complete with manual. So yeah, I think it is very much it's either a reflection of the game's quality, or people still don't know that it exists. People still don't know about it.
That is very
just
true.
A good game that's overshadowed by lots of other games that have existed around that time, other role-playing games. It's certainly on my backlog. I've been really into playing old PlayStation 1 role-playing games at the moment, one of which I will feature a track very soon. So thanks for bringing that track and for reminding me that this game exists. And it's also called Night and Baby in Japan. I thought it was a very cute name.
Night and Baby.
Maybe it's because the cover is not the best, if I'm being quite brutally honest. I think the cover doesn't do it a service, maybe. Personal taste, of course. I agree. Personal taste, of course. You know, games that are fantastic will usually get turned away because of a bad cover. I immediately think of the American cover of Eco, if anybody remembers that one. It wasn't the best of cover, but in the UK we've got a fantastic cover, and it was still quite unknown, so maybe that could have been a part of it. We don't know. But thanks for sharing that memory, though. It was great. It's quite cute when you look through your sister's collection and it was a game meant for her, and yet you've adopted it onto your own, and it's quite an impactful memory because you've talked about this game a few times over the course of our relationship.
Yeah.
And so it has deep meaning for you, which I can clearly tell, and you're passionate when you're talking about Guardians Crusade battle and how you give anything for that little pink guy. I can certainly relate in terms of various games I've played throughout the years, especially a certain character in Expedition 33, which you will get to eventually. Yeah, thank you very much for bringing those tracks along.
No problem.
Shall we go straight into the next tracks?
All right, let's go.
We're flying through these. Right then. Next track, another one that you brought along, a very incredible track by a composer that needs very little introduction, if any. We are listening to Spira Unplugged from Final Fantasy X, and another composer which needs no introduction, Yoko Shimomura. I'll try my best to, with Oh, what a name. Hold her. Right.
Go on.
Seal, Maui, Amore, Stat, Vincino, Vocalise, Eva's Aria. That was the worst, worst one I have ever tried to do. That was awful. That was awful. Do apologise. From Parasite Eve on PlayStation 1. Oh, I'm getting cancelled, chat. I'm getting cancelled. Let's just play the track.
Just play it.
good old Final Fantasy X, eh?
Oh, I know. I'll do anything I can to get it.
Yep. Still arguably one of the best Final Fantasies for anybody new to Final Fantasy who wants to pick a good starting point. 10 is often the one, isn't it, that people should start with? Not should, play with. I don't want to gatekeep. Play whichever Final Fantasy looks the most interesting to you. That's the best one to start with. Yet commonly within the community, 10 is a very easy recommendation to start the series, as it's often considered the pinnacle of the original idea of Final Fantasy, as well as 9. I say 9 is probably the pinnacle of the original idea of Final Fantasy mythos, with 10 being one up from that. Great track. I love how it still keeps the motifs of like the main theme from Final Fantasy X, and yet it's creating this singular like guitar at the beach vibe, which is very much Final Fantasy X. It's all watery and beachy vibes, and across loads of different islands. Great track. So what made you decide to bring this track today? Nobody listening to it?
That acoustic guitar is everything. Yeah. I love that guitar. Listening to that, like, again, it brings me back to so many memories of my life of like playing 10, no matter when I've played it. But that's one of the songs, as much as some of the other tracks like the battle song, or you got the Zanarkand theme or Besaid, but that track as well, it just comes in so beautifully. I don't know. To me, like I say, 10 holds such a huge part. It's my favorite Final Fantasy game for a reason. Yeah. And it's not just because of the story, not just because of the characters, but because of the damn music. And again, this is a perfect example of how much game music can impact your life. And 10 is, well, it is what it is, but you could put that whatever game you play, but yeah, it's just the game features that many different styles of different genre of tracks, but sometimes just the simple ones can get to you a bit better than the ones that can blow you away for maybe 10-15 minutes of whatever it is. But yeah, there's just hearing that acoustic guitar coming in and playing the the overall main theme of 10 and also Tidus's theme. I think that helps bring. Yeah, it's a phenomenal track. It's just, what else can you say? Yeah, it's 10. I'll do everything I can to get a 10 track into any of these things we'll do. If there's a way, I'll try.
Track, yeah, because it's such an intimate track. It makes me feel like the song is actually known in world, because I can't specifically remember where you hear it. I think it's on Besaid, but please correct me if I'm wrong. My memory is flaky.
I'm pretty sure it's Besaid.
Yeah, and you hear it as you're traversing around, and I imagine there is a character around with an acoustic guitar playing this track, and it makes me feel like that this song is actually known in universe, and it's one you'd hear if you go to a seaside town. That's sun's out, hot day. You'd hear like a group of people, and one of them's got a guitar playing a track, playing something on their acoustic, and this would be one you would hear.
Yeah.
It really sets the mood and the vibe. And as you were saying, when you're saying there's lots of big bombastic tracks that create a certain type of emotion to get you raring to go, and then there's these intimate ones where it's about slowing down and just noticing the environment around you, like this one. I think Zanarkand, there's a variation of Zanarkand which is very good at that, and this one certainly fits that vibe as well. Very much enjoy it. Soundtrack to 10 as well. It may not be my favorite Final Fantasy, but it's in the top 3 for sure. It's such a pivotal. I can't say the word, but you know what I mean. A pivotal Final Fantasy.
Pivotal, yeah.
And it's very few people have anything bad to say about 10. It's one of the best ones. Very little faults. It could maybe slight, of its time, voice acting, pacing issues maybe, but also at the same time, it's probably one of the best pacing of a Final Fantasy story in the entire franchise. It's a fantastic game and infinitely replayable. It doesn't matter when you come back to it, it's infinitely replayable. I don't know why either. It's probably because to a testament of its pacing that it's done so well that you could take a break from it for multiples of years and come back to it and you're just right back in and you could play it all the way through. And it's a wonderful game. Very much a favorite on the likes of Twitch and YouTube. You know, whenever anybody announces, oh, we're going to start 10, everyone's raring to go and then they're there day one and all the way through it. Great game. Lots of people's favorites, and I'm glad it's your favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that track along. And that was by Nobuo Uematsu. You know, what can you say about Nobuo Uematsu?
Yep.
You know, one day we will do like a themed show based around one composer, and Nobuo Uematsu is definitely one we will feature heavily one day, as well as the next composer, Yoko Shimomura, who's made countless soundtracks. And I brought Parasite Eve, insert track name. I'm not trying it again. I'm not sure I'm going to bush it again. I didn't know which track, to be honest, to pick from Parasite Eve. It's one that I played. It's a game I played recently, maybe last month. In fact, I finished it last month. Played it for the first time, never played it before. Again, one of those ones that completely passed me by. In fact, the first Parasite Eve was never released in the UK. Only the second one. So the second one is definitely on my radar to play soon. And I was talking to you about my playthrough of Parasite Eve and how much I just thoroughly enjoyed it.
You did.
It's like I knew it'd be a game I would enjoy. I just, for whatever reason, never got around to it. And I surprised myself with how much I really enjoyed it. It was so good. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the music and the combat system. Now, does it have its jank? Absolutely. It's not the most fluid of combat systems. It takes a bit of, I'm not sure what the word I'm trying to find is. It's actually quite simple, the combat system. It's not complicated. It's just a bit, I'm not used to it. I've not seen anything quite like it apart from maybe Vagrant Story. Yet I say it's not even a fair comparison. It's only the same in Vagrant Story, and that time stops and you get a big circle to pick your enemies. That's the only comparison, really. Yeah, I think within its simplicity hides an addictive combat system. It's really fun and it's very quick. It's a quick game. If you just splash through it one time, it'll take you about 9-10 hours. It's not overly difficult. It influences from Resident Evil in resource management and of course the horror and a couple of puzzle pieces, but they're very easy and it's very lock and key puzzles and they're very usually only in the next room. It's not a puzzle box type of game. Yeah, I think what I love about the game is how intimate it is. It's set in one city, Manhattan, and you only follow a few characters, mostly Ayabrea and her surrounding colleagues. One antagonist who's just an antagonist, it's nothing complicated. And it's all set in a small place. And I love stories that's quite intimate. It doesn't not every story, especially in role-playing game terms, has to be about facing God, right? It's just to be about a local catastrophe, which can extend to worldwide chaos. Incredible game. Great story. Not voice acted, and I really wasn't bothered by it. Honestly, I was so captivated by it. It's the theming, the vibe, the writing. It does have a couple of translation issues of its time. Yeah, and some of the scenes were excellent. It's very much influenced by maybe 80s, 90s, like thriller, drama, cop shows. I love the scenes where it's just them in the car, just driving.
Yeah.
And it's so intimate and almost realistic. It kind of is realistic. The deeper conversations in the car, incredible. And the soundtrack, of course, by Yoko Shimomura. I love how it sounds I read somewhere where she's gone on record and stated that she wanted to create something that was realistic yet inorganic. And I could definitely hear the inorganicness in this, the vocal piece that's happening here. I don't know what if it is a opera singer that's been heavily digitized, or a digitized something which sounds like an opera singer. Either way, it's got this eerie quality to it. The track, I'm very Shimomura. It's heavily classical influence. The entire soundtrack is, but every now and then you'll hear songs on the soundtrack which you don't hear Shimomura do very often, which is like these spooky, almost Resident Evil-esque tracks, which are just quite low and moody and builds tension. I'm trying to think of a good track at the top of my head, but I'm failing at the moment. Yeah, great track. Good battle system track as well. I enjoyed I can't remember what it's called, it's like Explosive Attack, another good one. But yeah, I just love the game, and I just brought this track along just to stay my little piece on Parasite Eve. I feel like if I played this game back in the day as a child, it probably would have been one of my favorite games of all time, just because of how, like, if I love it now, I really enjoyed it. Well, I don't know if it'll ever crack my top 10. I've played so many other games since then. That's been influenced probably by Parasite Eve. But if I played this back then, it'd easily be in my top 10, I feel. It's an incredible game. And I encourage anyone, if they can. Sadly, there's no official way to play it anywhere. It's got licensing issues, I believe, or it's held by the original creator of the Parasite Eve book. And they are reluctant to share the IP anymore. I don't know. I'm just vague recollections.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger. So I would say, acquire it how you can. Hire me, har. However you can. As Captain Jack Sparrow would say. Yeah, great track. I encourage everyone to who's a fan of that era of role-playing games and PlayStation 1, and it's one of those ones you've missed as well, as much as I have. Play it however you can. It's certainly a unique experience. I've not played anything quite like it before. Very much enjoyed it. It's not quite Resident Evil, and it's not quite a Final Fantasy. It's this meeting in the middle. Yeah, it carves its own space that's not been replicated since. And I've not played the second one yet, so I don't have any basis for the second one, if it's been done the same yet. I really enjoyed it. Very much unique. And I'm all about video game experiences that I've not experienced elsewhere before, which is quite rare on, like, me and Zach are in our mid-30s. We've played so many games in our time. It's not often that we play a video game where it's like, oh, I've not actually seen something like this before, or very rarely. And I'm so glad Parasite Eve is one of those ones like, oh, this is different, and I love it. I really enjoy it. I love how intimate it is. I enjoyed the story. And Aria, wow, I love that character. She is fantastic. What a well-written, strong woman protagonist. She was fantastic. I loved Aria. I love the design. Tetsuya Nomura, you know who he is with his character designs, especially in his eyes. He draws eyes in a very distinct way, and his art style's all over this game, including the monsters. But yeah, I loved Aria. She's quite a bit cheeky in certain places, or sarcastic maybe. Yeah, she's headstrong. She has this strong sense of duty. Yeah, she has moments of vulnerability. Yeah, is not like an action hero. Yeah, is very much capable of being that. I'm not thinking of like Arnold Schwarzenegger type action hero. I'm thinking more like Sarah Connor from Terminator 2 type action hero, where they've got the guts and they've got the build and they've got the guns to do it, but yet there's vulnerability behind there, like deep vulnerability, and that has a bit of anxiety, yet they work through it and push ahead. Like, that's what Aria really reminds me of. And I love that type of caricature. Fantastic character. Great villain too. What a great villain. It's one of those villains with not the greatest amount of depth. There's just a villain who, like, humans are dumb and they need to all die for us. It's typical villainy 101, yet it's very much appreciated in this day and age where it's sympathy for the villain. I love that trope though, this new trope that's coming about, the sympathy for the villain. Yeah, it's been done to death right now, and sometimes, especially with a game like Metaphor, which I played a couple of years ago, which reminded me that sometimes there's there's still a space for a villain just being a villain when it's written very well. I'm rambling now. I'm just repeating myself. I just really wanted to talk about this game. I love Parasite Eve. Glad I brought this track along to share it. And thank you for listening. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. You've played Parasite Eve, have you? Or bits
I
of
did.
It? Mm-hmm.
I've played bits. I always remember that, like I said, the opening scene, just where everyone catches on fire. It's just it's crazy. It's just like, what the hell's going on?
Talk about the scenes. Like, some of the scenes in this game are quite gruesome. Right? And
they are.
Unfortunately, the graphics in the videos, I don't know if they purposefully tone down the violence, because some of the stuff is quite gruesome, but they've done something with the blood effects to make it look more like water than actual blood. I think it's more of a technical problem. But
yeah, most likely.
Yeah, some of the scenes is like, oh wow, okay, they really went there, and it's fantastic. I really enjoyed it. What a fantastic game. I'm glad you played it though, because I've been talking about it off and on every now and then.
Yeah, I never got around to 2 though. Never got around to 2.
Neither have I. It's on my playlist. It's high up in my backlog. I don't know whether to leave it a bit longer and play it again next year, or play PE2 next year, give it a good long break, or just play it sooner. I'll see how I feel. I'm in that awkward bouncing between games at the moment. I'm kind of waiting for Final Fantasy Tactics, so I don't really want to start another long one.
No, yeah.
Not rushing you for that, by the way. Not rushing you for that.
No,
Please take your time.
I should be done. I should be done soon.
Take your time with that one. I'm in no rush to play it. I'm just wondering what to play next. Regardless, what's your feelings on the track?
It's a good track. Like I say, I think when you mentioned about it, I think Yoko used some kind of, like, for me it sounds like some sort of like MIDI notes to create the
like the opera effect.
The opera effect to it. Yeah,
singing opera singer effect.
Yeah. That's
I
what
like
I
how
kind of
it affects that, as they were stating, something inorganic. It's organic but not quite organic.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
It's still menacing though. Like,
yeah,
it's like beautiful, but it's at the same time it's got that menacing vibe.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Are we ready to go on our next tracks?
We shall.
Okie dokie. So, I brought along the next 2 tracks. One of them I'm excited for both of these tracks, to be honest. So next one will be from Goddess of Victory Nikkei, You've Always Caught Me by Cosmograph, and Sonic Rumble Planet Wisp. Play the track.
You always
Isn't the saxophone and trumpet the most sexual instrument you've ever heard in your life?
We say it every time.
Every time, saxophone especially, the trumpet as well. Anytime they come about, I'm like, oh, they're the most sensual, sexual instruments ever. I just love those sounds. I love those instruments. Yeah, Sonic Rumble. I don't want to go over the negativity, either justifiable or unjustifiable, towards the game and what it's trying to do.
No, we're here for music. That is all.
We're here for music and the positivity surrounding it, and I can't knock the soundtrack to Sonic Rumbles, and as well as Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I really wanted to bring a Sonic Crossworlds racing track as well, yet I stick to my own rule of only bringing one game per franchise to a show, to give other tracks a chance to shine. And I select this one purely because past few days I've been listening to Sonic Colors on vinyl at home. It's one of my favorite Sonic soundtracks of all time. For me, it's up there with Sonic Adventure, Sonic Colors soundtrack, as well as the game too. I think Sonic Colors is one of those Sonic games that's quite underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it. It's either talk about Adventure or Generations or Mania, especially Mania in recent times. And now, thankfully, with Shadow Generations. I think sometimes Frontiers too, but Sonic Colors is one of those ones that not a lot of people seem to bring up, just from my understanding and from traveling around the internet. Yeah, I genuinely believe Sonic Colors is one of the better 3D Sonic games that exists. It's so fun and so colourful and celebration. And I picked Planet Wisp. I could have brought any track from Sonic Rumble. They are fantastic. I really enjoy how they took a lot of tracks from the franchise that people know and love. All the tracks in Sonic Rumble are usually someone's favourites. You know, it's everyone's favourite ones. You know, like Sky Sanctuary, Space Colony Arc, Chemical Plant, Green Hill. You know, the greatest hits, as they were. City Escape. The greatest hits of Sonic games. They are featured in Sonic Rumble. And I just picked this one because I love the Sonic Colors soundtrack. I've listened to it I listen to it semi-regularly throughout the year. I've listened to it for the past few days, so I just picked this one. But any track from Sonic Rumble is a fantastic track. I love how they took the tracks and like partified them. It's not a word. Yeah. I'm just making the word up, but it's like, how can we take these tracks and make it like a party? Like, just turn it into a song that would fit a party or a group event, right? And this is basically what Sonic Rumble is. It's a big, huge clash of people just combating with each other in a platform sense. And I have played Sonic Rumble. I've played it usually every other day for like 10 minutes. I think it's a great game to play for 10 minutes in very short bursts. I enjoyed it. It's fine. I like the game aesthetically. I love how it looks. I like all the character models. I like the levels. They look great. And even more so, I've just been enjoying the music. I've been listening to the playlist of this music off and on throughout my days since it's come out. Love the soundtracks, and they've all got they'll swap like the main instruments of a track, whether it be like Space Colony Space Colony Space Colony Arcs, like guitar motif, and they'll replace it with a saxophone or a trumpet, and they do that with all of them. I think saxophone, as much as like central instrument it can be, it can also be a very fun instrument. It's like in Planet Wisp, for example, usually the do 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 do. On the original tracks, it's done on piano or a synth or both. I can't remember. Definitely a piano motif, and they just swapped it for saxophone or trumpet. I get those two confused. That's why I say saxophone and trumpet. To my ears, they sound very similar, yet I'm sure to a trained ear, they go, no, that's a saxophone, no, that's a trumpet. I'm just an individual who loves music. I love what I love, and I love what certain sounds make me feel, and that's more important to me. It's not so much the instruments or what instruments you decide to use, is how a piece of music makes me feel. And Sonic Rumble, as well as Sonic Colors, more so Sonic Colors, just makes me happy. Like, Sonic music just makes me happy. And what more could I ever ask for in any Sonic game? Just make me happy and make it fun and play with it. Even better if you can make it a bit nostalgic for me, take me back to a time when I loved playing Sonic as a kid. Sonic Rumble, all the music from it just hits a nail on the head there. It takes these tracks that everybody loves, that I love, and remixes it in a way on an instrument that I love to hear. Great. Sadly, I can't accurately find the composer for this one. I'm really sorry. I don't think there's an official soundtrack for this yet, so there's no wording on who rearranged this particular track. Really sorry, I did try. If anybody knows, please drop in the comments. I'd love to know the feature that works. But yeah, I love this track. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's a nice rendition. As you say, from moving away from the piano-esque usual that you would get from Planet Wisp, and to use what we think could be either a saxophone or a trumpet. We'll go with a saxo trumpet.
Yeah,
we'll go with saxo trumpet.
New instrument. We need to invent it.
There you go. We do, yeah. Like I've not sat down with Sonic Rumble yet.
Not for lack of trying, though.
No, I know. I obviously had it ready to go. I did play the opening bit, and then I just left it because I was like, oh, I'll leave my honest opinions to the day, and I'll give you my all, and I just haven't touched it because I couldn't stream. So, but hopefully, fingers crossed, next stream, that's what I might end up doing. So, check us out on that one. Little plug-in for myself.
Discord to let us to be notified when Zach goes live.
But no, from the looks of it, like I say, I mean, yeah, Sonic Rumble looks like it's a party. As you said, that song is a party atmosphere game, and I think it's not silly to say, because when people say party games, because party games exist, and
Mario is so fun.
Mario Party did it for years, and Sonic did have their attempts over the years of trying to make party games over how long they've tried, and they've not all stayed. I don't think there has been a good Sonic party game other than Sonic itself, because you could probably call Sonic, even most of the Sonic games, party games, but I don't know. I mean, is this the one that's going to stick? I don't know, but but you can't knock the soundtrack. It is fun. It's probably the only one I've listened to, because I didn't really pay much attention to most of the tracks that go on. So I'm looking forward to hearing some of the other renditions, because if they're like this, I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna definitely enjoy the music.
I will say though, when you're playing the game, because of all the chaos that's going along, it's quite hard to listen to the music in context. I only caught bits of it as I was playing the game myself, and then I would go away and listen to the songs on YouTube. It was like, oh wow, this is actually, whoever did the rearrangements, whether it be a singular person or Sega Sound team or other people, they did a fantastic job. I cannot knock the sound design of this game. It's great, and I can't knock the visuals of the game either. It looks fantastic and it runs very well. Like, I've not had a single graphical issue or crash in any form with this game. It's very well run. So I'm glad that the time that it took for this game to release, that they did iron out a lot of the kinks in terms of like the engine or whatever they decided to use. But yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah, I don't know what else I can say about Sonic Rumble, really. It's a relatively new game, so I don't really, I kind of go more like nostalgia. Like, a lot of my tracks are very old, so... yeah,
that's fine. And that's totally cool. It's our space to share our love of the video games we love, no matter when we decide to play them, or in the next track's case, when we don't play them. Got us a Victory Nikkei. I'm a massive fan of Cosmograph. I've barely played, but I remember the last show. I can't remember which show it was where I brought a Cosmograph track. I said on that show I've never played Goddess of Victory. I don't know any of the context or where these songs are featured. I just love the music from those games. I listen to a lot of Cosmograph's music. I think he's very varied, incredibly talented composer. And I have since played the game. From then I put about a good hour and a half into it. I have played it. I think the gameplay's okay. I think it's good for short bursts.
I don't think anyone's there for the gameplay.
I spoke to a few of my friends from the 14 group, and one especially said the story's actually very good. And I was like, oh, I'll take your word for it. I sent a video to Zakashi of 2B that's featured in the game, and we both just laughed our asses off. Literally asses jiggling everywhere. Yeah. And I did try to get invested in the gameplay, but because it's so over the top in its proportions, I'll also say, I can't take it seriously. I just keep giggling. I just find it silly and funny. So when a serious thing is happening, at the same time something is jiggling, I'm just a bit. I'm just taken out of it. So I'm sure it's a great story, and for those people out there who love the game, love the story, including the jigglies, more power to you. I'm never going to knock you for that. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. Just like I enjoy the music out of context. With this one, I believe there was a You've Always Got Me, and I just think it's a fun track. I think it pairs well with Sonic Rumble, in that it's a fun track, quite light and bubbly, and I think this was a timed event, and the theme is Maid Cafe. So think of all the jigglies in a maid outfit. And what's not to love about that? What is not to love about that? I'm still waiting for the day we get an Ever Crisis event of Tifa and Aerith in maid outfits, if it's not happened already.
We got them in swimsuits.
That's good enough. That's good enough. And the lads too. Oh, I want to see Cloud in a maid outfit. I'd love to see Cloud in a maid outfit. And this timed event was a rhythm game, from my understanding. And I think there's a part of a song where it's like a keyboard and it goes really fast and it kind of chromatically goes up and then down and goes up to down. I was like, yeah, I can imagine that being perfect for like a rhythm game, that sort of rhythm. And the track sounds like it could be featured in a mobile tap 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 rhythm game.
Yeah, like a DDR.
Yeah, like a DDR, exactly. Or a Citus, if anybody's ever played that one. I used to love Citus. That's got some great tracks too. I have to remember to bring a track. One day we'll have to do a themed show on rhythm games.
Oh God, there's so many.
I think that's our problems. It's like, especially for me in these show, it's 4 tracks is just not enough.
No,
but I don't want the show to go over 2 hours. I'd like the show to actually be a bit shorter, if possible. Yeah, I feel like I also want us to fully talk about what we want to talk about, without so many restrictions. Well, we'll see further down the line. Regardless, I love this track. It's probably my most listened to Cosmograph. I don't know why it's my most listened to. I actually think there's better tracks made by Cosmograph. I think this one's just very easy listening, and it's one that's, I hate to use the term, yeah, it's a valid term, second monitor content. It's a great track just to listen on in the background whilst you're doing other things, as you're nodding along. Like, my head moves like maracas when this song comes out. I was like, it's just got a good rhythm to it. I really enjoy that track. I've watched a video of the event and how the gameplay works, and it is a rhythm game. It's very much a rhythm game, and I love the chibi characters. They chibify a couple of the characters to fit the theme, and I really like the art design for that one. They're very cute. And that was by Cosmograph on level 9. Also, drop it in the comments section below. Is level 9 the developer of the game? So I thought it was Shift Up. Or is level 9 another composer or a team that works at Shift Up that makes the music? I don't know. So I see level 9 credited in a lot of their songs. Yeah, I don't know if it's also a composer. I can't seem to find anything about it. So if anybody knows, please drop it in below. I don't know if it works kind of like Call of Duty, where they've got 3 developers in rotation making a Call of Duty game. If that makes sense. So I don't know if Nikkei has a similar setup going with Shift Up and level 9. If anybody knows, please drop it in the comments. I really do want to know. Or drop it in the Discord, even better in the Discord, because I look at that religiously. Anything to add on that track?
No, I mean you're the one who's been taken over with this game recently, so I don't really have anything else I could say, because I mean most of these tracks you could just feature in mostly a lot of other games. I mean, to me they don't, like, if there was a track designed specially for Goddess of Victory, I don't know, more just like I don't know what you want to call it, just I can't even think of. I can't even get my words out. it's like I don't even know how to say it, because like music is music at the end of the day, and but it's not the typical gaming track as I would kind of expect. At least with Sonic Rumble, that's a gaming track. Yeah. Like Goddess, most of those tracks could be in anything. But like a Sonic Rumble, like you'd probably hear them type of game, like that type of music in that type of game. So I could hear that track in like another party game. Yeah. But the Goddess of Victory tracks, like I could hear that in the chart. Like I just hear it.
Yeah. For real.
I think that's like
it doesn't sound gamey to you. Right? You wouldn't have thought if you heard all these tracks and I did not mention anything, you'd think these are just tracks you would hear on the radio. That's popular with the young people, and you're not wrong. I don't think you are. That's why I mentioned Cosmograph, in that I think he's a great varied composer, in that he makes great tracks in any context, whatever context, because they do timed events within the game, from my limited understanding, and each event is themed differently. Like in this case, there's a maid one. I think there's another one where it's like gangsters or whatever. Another one, I think the current one is like ninjas and spies and thieves and things like that, and that's got a completely different track again. Yeah, it's all the same composer, and credit to Cosmograph is just being able to get a sheet like, hey, here's the themes, like, okay, boom, here's a track, there you go, and it's a banger. It's absolute bangers, one after another. And what's even funnier though is a lot of these tracks are like full featured songs, like 3-4 minutes long. Yeah, you probably only heard about 10 seconds of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably don't hear a lot of it.
Especially like the Rocky tracks, where you hear them in battle and they're only there for like a minute at the most, 8 or 10 seconds. I just found that fascinating. But yeah, I really love that track. I don't know why it's my most played one of Cosmograph. There's better ones, in my opinion. There's better tracks on there. I think it's just one that comes up regularly in my rotation on a playlist and all that. But regardless, I think that we've got one more track to finish the show on. We have one more.
How do we even bring this in? I've just like
this was requested by our community member Paigey Possum, and we are going to listen to it ourselves, and then we'll talk about it. So be right back. Happy birthday, Paigey Possum!
Happy birthday, Paigey!
Happy birthday, Paigey! I hope you have a fantastic day saving the animals. Yep, Paigey Possum, one of our community members, brought this along. It's their birthday today, so happy birthday to you, madam. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for sticking around with us for so long and for requesting a track. A nice, lovely birthday track. I believe it's from Animal Crossing. It says it's Animal Crossing newly. I don't think either of us have played Animal Crossing. I played the new one for a little bit. The one on the Switch came out at the perfect time.
Yeah, through lockdown.
Yeah, it literally came out at the perfect time. It couldn't have been, well, timed poorly in terms of the world and what it was currently going through timed greatly for the video game and Nintendo for making them lots and lots and lots of money.
Yeah.
I can't comment on the game. I've only played a very small fraction of it. It's not for me. I did buy it during lockdown-ish, maybe towards the tail end. It's not personally for me. I don't really enjoy sort of base building aspects of video games. It's not for me, and I need some conflict. I need some conflict to go against. But I've not listened to any music from Animal Crossing. Very little. I think that was the only one I've actually sat down and listened to all the way through. I do like how they it reminds you of Simlish from The Sims in how they try to incorporate their own language into a song. And in The Sims, they use popular tracks like Black Eyed Peas and Paramore. Like, I know they replaced their vocals by the original artist too. It kind of gives me that vibe. I do like how, I don't know if it's a real guitar. It doesn't sound like one. Yeah, they're trying to emulate a real guitar. Is New Horizons the 3DS one? I think it is. Or
no,
is it
that was New
3DS?
Leaf.
Ah, yes. Because it sounded like something that would have been made on the 3DS. You're like, it's trying to emulate another instrument, but it's not. Yeah, it's a track. It's composed by Kazumi Totaka, Manaka Kataoka, with arrangements by Tim Bernalice, I believe. It's a lovely track. Thank you very much for Paige for bringing it along, and of course, happy birthday. Zakashi, anything to add on that one?
I mean, the one thing I will say about Animal Crossing is that the actual soundtrack, there's actually a couple of there are like some good songs on the New Horizon. Because what they do is on the hour, every hour, they have a different song play.
That's cool.
So because it goes off a real time. And what happens, if you put your time in the day, it will be nighttime when you play it at nighttime. If you play it in midday, it'll be midday. They would change, and there were certain tracks at certain times. Can't remember which one it was now, but it's weird that I still remember this, but I think it was either the 4 or 5 o'clock theme that we'd play, and it was such a good track. In fact, I might bring that for like our next one when we do a random one.
Excellent, yeah.
just so you can just listen to it. I remember one of them. I have to try and remember it, but I was just like, "Oh, this is a banger!" It's like, Christ, this is really good for Animal Crossing.
That's cool. I don't want to say for Animal Crossing. It's just I think this is one of the great things when community members do bring a track in, because we know what we like in video games, and we're very similar in taste as well. That it's less often that we're going to bring a track from video games that we don't play, or type of genres we don't play. Like I think me and you, we don't really play quote unquote cozy games. So I'm thinking like Animal Crossing,
the typical
Stardew
brain
Valley
rot game.
I don't want to even call them brain rot games. They are for a certain crowd, which is people who just want to emulate that sort of real life rotation, like buying a house, building a mortgage, tending to a garden, mingling with people and building relationships. I can certainly see the appeal, especially in like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing, but in a fantastical setting, whether it be in a farmland or somewhere in space or on a completely another planet. I could totally see the appeal of that, and it's like quite cozy. It's just something that you play at home on your sofa, nice cup of tea. You don't want any conflict. You just want to build your little house and mend your little garden and sell your fruits and veg and build relationships with people around your little house. Totally see the appeal. The only closest for me that I got to in that would be Persona 5, where you build relationships with people, but that's to serve a combat mechanic as well. So that's the closest I've ever gotten in that type of gameplay mechanic, and that's why I want people to post their music suggestions in the Discord or even on YouTube of soundtracks and games that they find important to their own life, or it's just tracks they like, and especially from games that we ourselves don't play. There's so much music out there for video games that we can't cover them all, and it's just easier for us, maybe negatively for on our part, that we just tend to pick tracks similar to the taste that we like. So thank you for Paige for bringing it along, an Animal Crossing song, and as you say it, that sparked you to bring a track in one day in the future.
It has. I blame Paigey for it though, because honestly, we played this game religiously over lockdown. It was just constantly on. It was like, oh, we got to do it. We got to get in. We got to get all of the things. We got to.
Animal Crossing is perfect for Paigey, as we both know it individually. Paige loves the idea of the, going to work, saving up for the house, buying the house, get married. That traditional,
gradually,
that traditional step. I don't know what the word is, but that traditional life that made popular and everything.
I'm just glad we got Doom as well, because I'll tell you what, if Doom didn't come out then as well, I would have been, I might have been a different person by the end of the
Doom
lockdown.
Animal Crossing crossover. Still waiting for that. Still waiting for that. Yeah, Paigey, thanks for bringing that along. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hope you have a good day. Okay, I think we've wrapped that up.
We've done. We've exhausted ourselves for another day.
What a song
session
to end on.
Oh, I know. Honestly, I was like, really? We're ending it on this?
We are. We got to. Paigey, this is for you. We're going to end the show with Animal Crossing New Horizons KK Birthday. I've been GUYINAHATGAMES.
And I've been ZakashiGaming.
I'll see you soon, everyone. We'll see you soon.
See you later.
Don't forget to check out the Discord. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Me now, oh, me na, oh, me, oh, wait now, na, me, oh, wait now, na, oh, na, me, wait, oh. Me now, oh, me na, oh, me, oh, wait now, na, me, oh, wait now, na, oh, na, me, wait, oh.